Going to go like with a very detailed review of the things that we are putting out there for you so that you can activate in Hispanic Heritage Month in a bigger, bolder, and better way. This is a toolkit that it's the idea is to have all of us unified under a single strong message so that we can talk about the contributions that we are making to the country, to the amazing things that we are doing, how powerful we are, how strong we are, the milestones that we are making are in economy, in education, in music, in sports, in everything. So long story short, we have two versions, an English version and a Spanish version. You can access both of them in the main banner of the website, which is hispanicstar.org/toolkit. In here you enter and you can switch from English to Spanish in any second. I'm going to stay for now with the English version of things. In here, we have two main documents, which are the most important ones. The first one is the briefing book. I'm going to go quickly to it. This is a book, a very comprehensive book that talks about the work and the importance of Hispanic Heritage Month. You will find in here some objectives, some important dates for the month and for the activities that we are planning. Another important part of it is the overarching theme and key messages. I'm going to go quickly through them just so that we are all on the same page. And of course, a small description of the toolkit content that we have right now, which are the messaging framework, the messages for social media, some templates, data sets, branding communication and assets, the iconography. So I will encourage you to take the time to read this. It's very, very rich in narrative, in content, and in insights that will help us plan and will help us sing from the same song sheet, as Claudia says. So the objectives of Hispanic Heritage Month and of the toolkit are basically these 5. Make Hispanic Heritage Month mainstream and important, position Hispanics as major contributors to the country, make the Hispanic Star visible everywhere, create connections through a unified kickoff, which is an event that we're having on September 15th, and showcase Hispanic Star. For that, we have all of these toolkit. I'm going to go back to the main page. Another important thing, in case you and your company have your design team that can work some assets for you, we have some branding guidelines for Hispanic Heritage Month, which are very simple, and it's more of getting to know the brand, the tone of voice, the uses, the justification of the Hispanic Star, and some it's more design material ready for you to use and to use as a reference for the elements that you and your team can be building. We are putting at your disposition templates for you to edit and add your logo and just tweak however you find it comfortable for you. But if you don't have that capacity, we have organized our assets into 6 categories. The first one is employee communication, digital media assets, video and radio data sets, in-store on-premise comms, and prints and posters. I'm going to go shortly through each one of them. In employee communication, it's one of our most wanted ones for now. It has to do with presentations that you can use internally for your Latino employees. We have 10 minutes presentations about Hispanics in the US, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Some, if you want to send an internal newsletter and you want a bit of narrative around it, we have that ready for you. These are just, these are some resources that you can use. For example, this one is one of our favorites. It's a template. It's a template that you can use within your community to showcase your Hispanic Star employees that you have in there. Now, this is an editable file. You can just literally add the logo, add the name, the picture, and it's a good tribute, no, to the hard work that they are doing in your company. You have the opportunity to filter it in here. We have several tags, which are going to be more helpful in the digital media assets part, which is more, it's broader. In here, it's basically assets for digital use, meaning social media, website, newsletters, we have divided them into different categories. One of them are contain data, other ones are more did you knows, and other ones are more under our general narrative of Hispanic stars rising, which is the theme that we're trying to position this Hispanic Heritage Month. In here, take a look, you find a lot of data. You can choose the ones that you like the most, the ones that resonate most with you. If you want some customization as well, we finished our deadline on July 31st, but we are happy to include more on this next weeks, in case you this is the first time you are like knowing our toolkit. The filters you function the same way, Facebook and Instagram in here, Instagram stories. This is a new addition to the toolkit, which are the stickers. You can see in here how they look. They are really more Instagram oriented, but they are very fun. They are very colorful, and they will be of like a great use for us to unify under the same narrative. Twitter, LinkedIn, and some Zoom backgrounds, of course. So that's the digital part of things. On video and radio, we have as well some 50-second and 30-second radio scripts that you can use as a template for you to record some, and also some videos. Okay, so that was one. And you can see more in here as well. Also, another important part, a very important part of our toolkit are the data sets. In here, I'm going to stay a bit more time. So one of the pillars of our work has to do with bringing information that it's relevant for you and for our community, for your companies, for your organization, so that we keep advancing on it. So in here, I'm going to open this big file. This is for people that want to dive in the insights about the Hispanic community. We have gathered the most important studies, resources that talk about Hispanics, and we have put them in one single place. For this version 2.0, we have 6 new studies. So this is more oriented to advancing in the change of perception of Hispanics in the US. And all of us have a key role to play in terms of raising awareness. So this is just a big and comprehensive set of data sets about Hispanic demographics, Hispanic behavior, and Hispanic sentiment. So this is a presentation that when you download it, you can click and go back and forth with every study that you'd like to get into, and also we link it to the original source so that you can have all the information in there. So another important activity and part of these data sets are our infographics. We have new infographics out every 2 weeks. So in here you can literally just see them and download them. We have, let me go back a bit. Just a second. We have a different themes. We have health. The latest one was about health. We have about youth. We have about the Olympics. We have about mental health, about Pride Month. So you can just dive in here and use the ones you like, no? More are to come. As I mentioned, we have every 2 weeks a new one. And it will be out on the 15th of September or that week, so stay tuned. Another part of the toolkit, an important part, has to do with the in-store material and on-premise comms material, which means, well, these ones are, I'm going to go a bit down because in here, we can see some of the applications here. These are more materials that have to do with posters that you print for your restaurants, your organizations, your companies. As you can see here, some banners, some stickers, even face masks. Placemats. So it's more of materials that you can print and use to showcase on your company, organization, business. We even have NASCAR cars in case we have a NASCAR person in here. So we've these are banners for malls. So we've literally thought of every possible way in which we can include them. So there's that. Here's a bit more of prints and posters, which I mentioned previously. I mean, And with this, I'm going to start closing a bit of the resources that we have. We have thought of any way that you could use resources to show love to Hispanics on Hispanic Heritage Month, no? To your employees, consumers, blah, blah. So we hope that these resources help you in your planning. If you have new ideas for new things, we are happy to help. We are happy to listen to what you have in mind, to what your plans are. And if we need to make some more assets for you to activate, we're happy to do it. Okay, well, in here, these are the newest additions, which I mentioned previously and have to do with the stickers. So you can see them in here. In here, there's the direct link to use them. I mean, you can use them in here. These are very beautiful. And also the examples of applications. So some of the important dates to have in mind, as I mentioned, we just finished like the custom assets request deadline, but we are extending it a bit more just so that if this is the first time that you are listening to this, you can still fill out this form on the website and we can take it from there. Also, we invite you to join us to our kickoff event, our opening ceremony on September 15th. You can register on the website as well, which it would be hispanicstar.org/Hispanic Heritage Month, or send us an email. We're happy to register you as well. Also, we have the closing event on the 15th of October, and on the week of Latina Equal Pay Day, we are going to have as well some important panels and conversations about Latina Equal Pay. So we invite you to, one, activate with our toolkit, and two, be part of our activities.